Doctor! I require assistance! Cheers, mate!
Thankfully, I already don't remember this.
For my primary weapon, I use the rain blower, because who doesn't like bubbles and colorful rainbows? For my secondary weapon, I use the Detonator when making friends from a distance, but mostly because of the greater mobility that this flare gun provides me. And for my melee weapon, I use the Lollipop, because, well, it looks like a large lollipop. This brass musical instrument called the Rainblower is actually a level 10 flamethrower, which, upon equipping, allows me to see various colors, textures, and models that I would not normally be able to see. Taunting with the Rainblower equipped will perform what is called the Armageddon Kill Taunt, where a ring of fire erupts from the pyro, inflicting fatal fire damage to any friend or best friend slow, unaware, or simply unfortunate enough to be within its range. This taunt is capable of hitting multiple targets at once, with each subsequent target taking half damage while receiving knockback and taking afterburn damage from the fire. Silly sniper. Other than the aforementioned differences, this primary weapon for the Pyro functions exactly like the stock flamethrower in combat. Its range is very limited, but it is capable of dealing heavy damage to multiple targets at close quarters. By expelling a stream of what are called large flame particles, at roughly 23 particles of flame each second, in what is roughly a narrow cone costing 12.5 ammunition per second, meaning I have exactly 16 seconds of WM1 fun before needing more ammunition. Now, apart from the direct damage, the Rainblower also sets targets on fire, causing the target to burn and take additional damage for a short period of time. This is called afterburn. Other pyros themselves are immune to this due to their fireproof suits, but will still take damage directly from the flamethrower itself. When using this weapon, the secondary fire button or right mouse button key will deliver a compression blast, also called an air blast. This can be used to deflect enemy projectiles, push opposing players away, and extinguish teammates who are on fire. For every burning ally extinguished in this manner, 20 of my missing health will be restored. This can be very useful when extinguishing multiple burning allies, as it not only helps my team, but also restores my missing health fairly quickly. Each compression blast costs 20 ammunition, meaning it is possible to use 10 air blasts before needing to retrieve more ammo. Sorry, dude. Only Hoovies allowed. I like to use the air blast to push people off cliffs and other high places. This is extremely fun and actually very effective, as if done right, most classes cannot counter this. Some people will complain, of course, as they tumble helplessly off the cliff, but I'm simply taking advantage of the environment and having a great time while at it. If that's at the expense of somebody else's poor, salty attitude, well, I'm sorry, but that's not really my fault, and it is a video game after all. The detonator fires a flare-like projectile which, upon contacting an enemy, will deal slight damage as well as set them alight, or deal mini crit damage against already lit opponents through either direct contact or by explosion. An explosion can be caused by pressing the alternate fire button or right mouse button key, which will cause the flare to explode, creating a small blast radius, which will damage and ignite any nearby players. Also of note, the flare explosion can destroy sticky bombs in its radius. Taunting with the detonator equipped will perform what is called the Hadouken kill taunt, which will inflict fatal fire damage to any building or enemy, slow, unaware, or simply unfortunate enough to be within its range. Its range is very short, but it is capable of hitting multiple targets at once. Any enemy that survives this Hadouken kill taunt will be ignited and lit on fire, but as you can see, I was unable to do this even to a friendly Hoovie because I suck. Though inferior in terms of potential damage output when compared with other secondary pyro weapons like the stock shotgun, normal flare gun, or scorch shot, for example, the detonator gives me increased mobility by allowing me to flare jump in a manner similar to rocket or sticky jumping. This lets me reach some previously unreachable places so that I can ambush my friends with a surprise of bubbles and show them the bright and vibrant rainbow colors that my rain blower makes. It's also incredibly fun. Not only is it great for moving around the maps and finding alternate routes or cool new places to hide and wait for unsuspecting friends, but it's also great for repositioning myself in the middle of an intense fight to give myself the upper edge and a significant advantage by suddenly coming at them from a different angle of approach or simply catching them off guard. Now this brings me to my melee weapon, the Lollipop. Though not necessarily the ideal melee choice for a try-hard pyro during competitive gameplay, this loadout is all about fun. And there's something ridiculously fun about holding a giant-sized lollipop, running around Pyroland and bashing people to death with it. And if you haven't done that yet, I really recommend that you give it a try. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who doesn't like being the MVP and dominating everybody on the other team in perfect try-hard form as you sit proudly at the top of the scoreboard with the highest kill streak in the game? And in that case, I'd probably suggest equipping the Power Jack, as the increased movement speed and small health boost received upon kill is a significant advantage in almost any situation. However, if the idea of holding a huge lollipop in your hands and tromping about with Rain Unicorn talking mad smack at your new best friends, if that sounds like fun to you, then I recommend that you give this melee weapon a go. Hey guys, before I end this video, I want to give credit where credit is due. I think all TF2 YouTubers have at some point or another made a video series about their favorite loadouts, or the top 10 loadouts, or something like this. It's definitely not a very original idea. I first got the idea after seeing Muzel's top 10 loadout series, but I think he first got the idea from TF2 Freddy's alternative playstyle videos, which are fucking awesome. Anyway, if you're watching my video on my small YouTube channel, then I'd be seriously surprised if you didn't know about those guys. But like I said, I want to give credit where credit is due, and so I'll include a link down in the description below. Hey, if you liked that video, please do give me a thumbs up, as it takes some time on my part to make these videos. And also, if you have not already, please do consider subscribing, as it will inspire me to make more videos in the future for you to hopefully enjoy. I'll see you next time. Peace.